Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Glad to have you with us from Gerald J. Ford Stadium in Dallas, home to the SMU Mustangs. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the SMU Mustangs. 48 Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Volunteers will put total leather and we'll get started. Here's the return from inside his 10. And the ball pops out. Oh, inviting disaster. Corralled by the kicking team. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, and knocked it right down the middle. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Hands it off. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Motion from the wideout. Back to the ground with the running back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Mustangs want to pick up the tempo. He wants to change this route. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure. The quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
Makes the catch at the 35. Makes a move. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
And every year there's exciting new freshmen to look at and talk about and pump up. And this guy got a lot of that pump, and you see why. The dynamic play on special teams. You could see the speed. You can see the wheels. And you know the reason the fans were jacked up when they signed this guy this year.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Man, you just can't put a price on having a guy like that back there to return punts, and he turned that one into a touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Snap it to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Wide receiver going in motion. On 3rd and long, try to convert it through the air. Got it set up on the outside. Turning it on! That'll be enough for the 1st down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out and in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
Makes the catch. It's Sampson. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
And that is another 1st down for the offense.
The Mustangs come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to throw on 1st down. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
On the move, it's Green. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. And the Mustangs come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down.
Now, 4th down.
Sends it back in motion. On 4th down, going to the air. Touchdown, Mustangs! The offense cashing it in on that drive. After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into it.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. But this was step one to getting them back in the ballgame.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21.
First and 10.
Here's the handoff. Runs for the tackle. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. On the run, it's Hill. Gets it past the marker. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Well, you can see why Rocky Top is so excited about this guy. He's a home run waiting to happen. Not only can he run you over, but he can run around you, too. This is an offense that doesn't only have to throw the football to win games. They can run it, and they can get explosive plays because of this guy's speed and skill set.
The give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
That's reeled in. It's Bennett. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
Great execution on the RPO, and the receiver had some time to find the soft spot in the zone and make himself open for the quarterback and make it a much easier pass. Great job.
And the Volunteers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Hard to imagine this is only their first drive of the game, but their defense was on the field for virtually an entire quarter. So, guys, there's a lot of pressure on this offense here to convert this 3rd down so their defense can stay on the sideline and get their win back.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Green. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one.
Let's go. Right. Single.
We've come to the end of the period, and Tennessee leads it. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. They've got a first down here to open the period. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Grabbed over the middle, it's Davis. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
They'll go empty. 5 wide receivers on 2nd and 15. Wants to go up top. Here's the pressure. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Well, This defense knew coming into this game, playing one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, they were going to have to find a way to get him off rhythm. They're going to have to be careful doing it because of that speed, but that is huge for their confidence. They get their first sack of the game here in the first half, and you can all of a sudden see the body language on this defense. It is changed.
Pocket breaking down. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
And that's the problem as an offense, man. You get in these third and forever situations, and now the defense drops back, and they take away all the deep stuff, and you're trying to find some space, but it's just so hard to try to convert those third and longs.
Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. Defense more than happy to take that free yardage.
On the double.
They'll go to the air. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
The cornerback wasn't fooled that time. He was squatting on the out route, and because of that, he was able to transition, break on the ball, and knock it away.
Here comes the offense on second down. He might want another play. Gonna swing it on second down. Throws to the tight end. This time it's complete. And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
The Mustangs really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll move the wide receiver. In the gun and looking to throw on third down. It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover one, man coverage. And did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage. You jam them. And it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process. And that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT'd.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
And I love that play call. There's a great example of sudden change situation, right? Your defense gets the turnover. You get it right back. The very first play, let's be aggressive. Let's take a shot and see if we can catch the defense napping. Boy, oh boy, did that ever work out great.
Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. Scanning the field, it's Underwood. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Finds his big tight end. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
The Vols are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Vols! Great job by the back on the option. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Now they'll run it on the toss. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, the offense is running towards the open grass, right? They're going toss play to the field, but way too much penetration defensively, forcing that tackle for loss.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Complete and looking for enough for the 1st down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Wants to throw. It's Underwood. Gets it out fast. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And the Vols with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. The Volunteers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Caught close to the marker, it's Jackson. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
And that's the beauty of this offense and this playmaker at wide receiver. Throw the ball short, but what he does after the catch, he's just got so much speed, so dynamic with the football, and this is why they get it to him short, because he can take it to the house or make a big play on any reception.
Grab behind the line. It's Hill. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football.
Just steamrolling the defense. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. You saw it.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Volunteers! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
And, man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Might be calling a hot route. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Got his man quickly. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. And the Mustangs headed quickly to the line. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the tight end. Gets it down to the 33. They pick up the first down. Got to use their time wisely.
And that's another first down.
Looking downfield on first down. Got a man. It's Sampson. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Second down, they'll go to the air. Bring in the heat. Snagged in the middle. It's Cooper. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play.
And first down for the offense.
To the air on first down. Under fire. Going for the big play. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Mustangs will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's able to work his way on the return up to the 23 before he steps out of bounds. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Bought a little time, lets it go. The sure hands, it's Green. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Empty backfield, 5 wide receivers on 2nd and 6. To the air, it's Underwood. Pulls it in, it's Smith. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. Good job by the receiver there, not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
When we talk to coaches, David, a lot of times we zone out when they say we got to get the ball in the hands of playmakers. Except when they get the ball in the hands of playmakers.
And, Reese, I think that's smart, right? Like, get your best players the football and get them to him fast. Let them do the rest of the work. You can see he gets the football. He can make somebody miss, make those big plays. You've got to highlight those playmakers.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Staley. There he goes. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the 3rd quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
And the Volunteers will snap it on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give to the back. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And not much going on downfield. You just get rid of it and live to play another down.
In the last couple weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
The Vols come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. He'll throw on 3rd down. He's got it on the run. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practiced, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Well, this offense has been physical. They came out in this game with a lot of pride and the ability up front and the belief that they can block people and get it done. They are dominating this defense. 3 rushing touchdowns now in the game.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he knocked that one right down the middle. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Wake Forest is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point, but look at that score. This is a close game. They're up by 7 over Michigan State. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw on 1st down. And as he throws, can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
All right, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Off play action. Got him downfield. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. And the Mustangs come to the line in the hurry-up.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Makes the grab on the big throw. Running free. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, SMU.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So here is the Tennessee offense. They still have a cushion, but you don't want to feed that hope with unproductive drives. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Got his man on the outside. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. Grab near the marker. It's Jackson. Breaks into the open. The 30. The 20. Touchdown ball. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
SMU 14.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly found that, dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Looking to fire. Finds his man. It's Green. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The Mustangs will hustle to the line. Motion from the wideout. Snap from the gun on third down. Grab near the sticks. It's Cooper. So important to convert these third downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the G.
Intercepted, number 19. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his second interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those 2 interceptions, that is massive.
Oh, he's got some space.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Vols can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Now adjusting. On the run, deep down the right side. Touchdown, Volunteers! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
Now, a lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. And you can see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
And he puts through the extra point. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. On the ground, it's Green. He's stopped again, and he's had a busy night, if not necessarily a productive one so far.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Got his man downfield. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter.
A long game and a first down.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Quarterback making checks. Wants to throw on first down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. And that's why the ball falls incomplete.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up. But it's an incompletion. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Provo. That's caught. It's Cooper. Turning it on. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Mustangs. This game is almost certainly decided already, but the good news is for the next game, guys still flying around, still playing hard, not really hanging their heads.
Long season. This is early in the season. Still got plenty of time. Still find out which plays you like, which you don't, and keep running them, keep getting better at them. So use this as practice.
And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. And the Mustangs have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback making adjustments. Tight end now in motion. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Cooper. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. Wants to keep it in the air. That's caught. It's Green. They get him out of bounds right at the 5-yard line, and that one might have saved the touchdown. The Mustangs are in the hurry-up. With the run on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, SMU!
Well, it's a nice job there executing the run play and getting in for the score, but you got to wonder, guys, is it too little, too late? They're still trailing by a ton here in the 4th quarter.
And he tacks on the extra point. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line.
1st and 10.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer. And that's a really good job by this defense, because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker, because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
Off the play fake. Quarterback on the move, still looking. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
You know, one of the tricky parts with play action for a quarterback is that when you turn your back to the defense to sell the play fake, you have no idea what's going on behind you. You don't know what the coverage has become, and you don't know which D linemen have won their one-on-ones. The worst thing is you turn around after the play fake, and bam! That defense.
There he goes. Running through contact. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
I tell you, I love the mentality by this offense right now. They've got a pretty big lead. They're still being aggressive, taking shots, and they're finding the matchups they like. Man, they're taking advantage right now.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Flushed out of the pocket. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Finds a crease at the 20. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tennessee. They add on another score, and now that record so close to going to 8-1 on the season.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Quarterback may change this route. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, it's been that kind of day here tonight. They just have not been able to find a rhythm and establish that throwing the football. Part of it has been wide receivers and quarterbacks not being on the same page, but you got to give this defense credit too. Just like that last play, they have been getting after him. They've been hitting him, and that's a big reason why they've got such a big lead here in the fourth.
Now the play fake. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
No harder position to play in a ball game than the offensive line. You know, tonight in this game, you're down by a lot. You know you have to pass the football. Man, it's a tough job to protect up front, and they definitely struggled on that play.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Release to the back. Short hands, it's Green. Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they got it at the 42.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that, you got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
To the air on first down. The throw. Quickly out to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. He turns that loose down the right side. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He's going for a big play downfield. Got it inside the 10. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown ball. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And now the offense will come onto the field again. They'll leave it with him. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That's a great job by the defense, but I don't think the quarterback made the right decision on that RPO. It looked as if the defense was expecting run. They had the box crowded. That's when the quarterback, I think, needs to hold on to and then throw downfield.
Second down, he'll throw it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Might be changing the route. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground.
Man, that's a rough outcome. I get it. I want to try to be aggressive, but backed up in your own territory, aggressive, and you fail. Now you've set the other team up for almost automatic points.
So here is the Tennessee offense. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Headed to the end zone. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Try to get it to the edge. Breaks into the open. The 50. The 40. At the 30. He's at the 10. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up, and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. South Alabama was able to finish off a close one inside Hancock-Whitney Stadium today. They did just enough, both offensively and defensively, to come away with the dub. Guys, I look at the preseason coaches poll and compare it to where the Sun Belt is right now, and man, what a difference.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been... They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And this quarterback, man, you've seen him have some success, so you know he'll take off and run. The defense was ready, man. Nice job. This second half, this is a critical part of it. Don't let him beat you with his feet.
The Volunteers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. He unleashes a long one. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
SMU 28.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. The give on the option. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll send the tight end in motion. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chunking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop you.
Rushes on him, and the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Well, you got to know as a quarterback, when you're in an empty set, which means you have no running backs in the backfield with you, you got to be able to get rid of the football. And you're expecting pressure. The clock's going to go off in your head. Not a good job of keeping 2 hands on the football, and the defense able to knock it loose.
He'll keep it himself. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Creates a little room. And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain. And the Mustangs moving quickly to the line. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. quick completion on the out route. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. The Mustangs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw on first down. What a job to lay out and make the catch. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. The offense changing the play. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. And the Mustangs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. Unloads to the wideout. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
I guess they're just trying to build up the stats. He tries to take the top off. And as the ball falls incomplete, the clock strikes 0.